Hey, good evening, everybody. My name is Jeremy Floyd. I am the founder of Walk Unchained, which is a walk that I'm doing this summer from Minneapolis, Minnesota to Santa Monica, California. Along the way, I'll be stopping at different rehab facilities and youth homes to kind of tell my story and my testimony on drugs. And the walk is to bring awareness to people who deal with addictions and suicide prevention, which are two things that I've struggled with in my life. And I think a lot of that had to do with fear. Through some of the things that I've been through, I'll kind of go through the backstory a little bit. So I actually turned 33 today, April 29th. Today is my birthday. So I originally grew up in Chicago, Illinois on the South Side. Just growing up, I just remember I grew up in a broken household. My dad was an alcoholic. So my parents were always fighting, and just remember days my dad didn't really come home. And I remember, having to go see him in the hospital because he got into a car accident, or going to see him in jail. Him and my mom fought. Sorry, my allergies are going crazy. Him and my mom fought all the time. I love my parents. They did the best that they can do with what they had. But I just remember just them fighting all the time. My mom was mentally, physically, and verbally abused. I was abused. I was sexually abused. I was mentally abused. Then on top of all that, seeing my mom fight and them breaking up, and just seeing an ugly divorce. And my twin brother passed away when I was 13. So today, even though today is my birthday, it's a little difficult. There's a lot of different emotions that I have. Time makes it becomes a little easier with time, but it doesn't ever take the pain away. So again, brother passed away when I was 13 years old. I remember just feeling I remember looking at him when they took his bed out of the hospital room. I remember looking at him, and a couple of the thoughts that kind of went through my mind was I gotta hurry up and find out why I'm on this earth. And I don't want to end up like that. Growing up in Chicago, you already learn that life can be cut short at any time, but then having a twin brother and just all the things that I had experienced by 13, I was broken. I remember the moment his heart monitor went to 0, I told myself, I'm never letting anyone or anything get that close to me because I don't want to lose anybody. And so that was 13. I was December 26th of 1999 when I was 13. And I remember I just turned to, I smoked weed for the first time when I was 14, just to help deal and cope with the pain. I started drinking heavily at 17. And I remember just this whole time, the crazy thing about alcohol is it gives you this false identity, or at least it gave me a false identity. I remember just thinking I could do anything. And I remember the pain wasn't so present. And it's funny because when I went to rehab, one of the things that a counselor said, I don't necessarily believe that that addiction is a disease, because you get there by your choices. Whatever you're addicted to, whether it's drugs, sex, alcohol, whatever you're addicted to, you get there because of your choices. But I remember a counselor said, addiction is tricky because it's the only disease. When you see this video, please watch it and share it with anybody who's struggling with anything. The whole point of it calling Walk Unchained is a lot of times we walk around in life bound, whether it's by addictions, whether it's to drugs and alcohol, bad relationships, broken cycles, poverty, negative thinking, in and out of jail, self-hatred, just all these things we walk. We walk. Mine just happened to be fear. And I know there's somebody out there struggling with fear. I'm not the only one. So I want this to be an inspiration and to encourage people to come out of their dark places. If God did it for me, man, and I'm not trying to preach, but I do believe in Jesus Christ that is my Lord and Savior, because if it weren't for him, I would have been dead. And I'm not one of the, I grew up in the church, which naturally made me rebel against it. And then I remember after my brother passed away, I was in my room. I locked myself in my closet, and I was ripping up this Bible, and I told God I would never serve him. And I tried to find love in sports, women, fighting, drugs, alcohol, and everything took away from me and just created this hole and this void in my life. And the only place I was able to find love was Jesus Christ. I think people who personally know me know my life has been an example of God's love, because I've done a lot of stupid stuff. I've made a lot of stupid mistakes. I've lied to a lot of people. I've manipulated a lot of people. I've used a lot of people. I've been mean. So I'm not claiming to be perfect by any stretch of imagination. Like everybody else, I have a past. The only thing I'm doing different is I'm trying to step out of my past. I'm not trying. I am stepping out of my past, and I just want to encourage other people to do so. So I'm going to be uploading regularly now. This is all post-walk stuff, so that's why the background is a blanket Chicago White Sox hat. That's actually their logo when they were in, before they came to the Major League Baseball, they were in the Negro League. That was their logo. So in a couple weeks, we are officially 32 days away. So in a couple weeks, you're going to see me, the background is going to look a lot different. Y'all going to see me laugh. Y'all going to see me cry. Y'all going to see me be silly. But I'm going to get through it by the grace of God. So please share the videos, like the videos. Please hit the subscribe button and for post notifications. And it's going to be amazing. The videos ain't going to be too fancy or nothing like that. But I'm going to try to do a little something. I'm learning iMovie. I still need to get... I need a new computer, to be honest, but I need to get, what is it called? The other editing software for the MacBook, Final Cut Pro. So it's going to be fun, man. I want y'all to come along with this journey, especially people who know me. Please support. If you don't support, God bless. If you going to hate, God bless you anyway. I'm not doing this. I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this for the 5-year-old Jeremy that didn't know who he was. I'm doing this for the 13-year-old Jeremy who had to watch his brother get buried. I'm doing this for the 18 and 21-year-old Jeremy who was basically acting like an addict. I'm doing this for the 25-year-old Jeremy who didn't believe in himself. And that's one thing I've always struggled with, is believing in myself. And one of the most frustrating things is when someone sees something in you, but you don't see it in yourself. So I'm sick of living. I'm not going to live like that anymore. And I'm excited. Sorry, my allergy is going crazy. I got an eyelash in my eye. So I appreciate y'all time. I appreciate y'all support. Most importantly, I appreciate y'all's ears, so be praying for me, and it's going to be fun. Have a good night.